Los Angeles County Fire Chief Anthony Marone says they are absolutely better prepared for this severe weather event. He says over 5,000 firefighters have been assigned to the Palisades and over 3,000 to the Eaton fire area. The state is also under a mobilization center set up by California Governor Gavin Newsom to assist with a new fire start. He says numerous aircraft are prepared, including military aircraft. "We're very well prepared," insists Marone. A reporter asks LAPD Chief Dominic Choi if there is anything that can be done for pet owners, adding that some pets will have been without food or water for 7 days come tomorrow. Choi says people can go to a checkpoint and talk to officers, adding that Charity Humane Society is also going around. Up next is LA City Mayor Karen Bass, who recognizes the shock, grief, and anger the people of Los Angeles have gone through. "We have to stand together," says Bass. With the National Weather Service forecasting close to hurricane-force winds, Bass says urgent preparations are being made and that firefighters across the county are in proactive posture. She says that Angelenos must stand together and that the top priority is to protect lives. We're now hearing from Dominic Choi from the Los Angeles Police Department. As of 6 a.m. local time, LAPD has a total of 26 people reported missing in LA City, 17 of which have been located safely.
Who might replace Trudeau as Liberal Party leader? Former Bank of Canada and Bank of England Governor Mark Carney is the latest person to enter the contest. Trudeau's announcement that he will step down from the role after 9 years as PM. Liberals will vote for their new leader on 9 March. The list of potential candidates has narrowed in recent days. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc, Foreign Minister Melanie Joly. Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon has said the quick race. Former British Columbia Premier Christy Clark has also bowed out. Here are some of the names that have entered. "I've helped manage multiple crises, and I've helped save 2 economies. I know how business works, and I know how to make it work for you."
Typically, the Prime Minister is also a member of the House of Commons, but that hasn't always been the case. A number of potential candidates to replace Prime Minister Justin Trudeau do not currently have a seat in the House of Commons, but that would not prevent them from being sworn in if they win the Liberal leadership race. Former Governor of the Bank of Canada Mark Carney is expected to formally announce a bid for leadership this week, and former BC Premier Christy Clark says she's seriously thinking about running as well. Even though all 3 hopefuls don't currently hold a seat in the House, that wouldn't prevent them from taking the Prime Minister's chair should they win the leadership. There have been a number of instances in the past where a Prime Minister didn't hold a seat in the House of Commons, and there are also recent comparisons to be made at the provincial level. When John Turner walked into the House of Commons for the first time as the leader of the governing Liberals in 1984, he had to sit in the visitors' gallery. Turner had previously been an MP and minister in the governments of Lester B. Pearson and Pierre Trudeau. But after a falling out with Trudeau, Turner vacated his seat in 1976 to go work in the private sector. At 20 years old, Pierre Poilievre already had a roadmap for Canada. Canada's Conservative Party leader, now 45, laid out a low-tax, small government vision for the country in an essay contest on what he would do as Prime Minister. "A dollar left in the hands of consumers and investors is more productive than a dollar spent by a politician," he stated. Poilievre is one step closer to making his vision a reality, and even gave a nod to the essay in a recent interview with conservative psychologist and commentator Jordan Peterson. For months, Poilievre's Conservatives have enjoyed a large lead over the struggling Liberals in national surveys, suggesting they would win a majority government if an election were held today. Now Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced he's standing down, and with an election likely to be called soon, Poilievre is promising a return to common-sense politics. For Canadians frustrated with a sluggish economy and a housing and affordability crisis, he is offering an alternative to what he has labelled as Trudeau's authoritarian socialism. A win would make him part of a wave of populist leaders on the right, who have toppled incumbent governments in the West. While it has invited comparisons to Donald Trump, and he has fans like Elon Musk and others in the US president-elect's orbit, Poilievre's story is very much a Canadian one.
Who might replace Trudeau as Liberal Party leader? Former Bank of Canada and Bank of England Governor Mark Carney is the latest person to enter the contest. Trudeau's announcement that he will step down from the role after 9 years as PM. Liberals will vote for their new leader on 9 March. The list of potential candidates has narrowed in recent days. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc, Foreign Minister Melanie Joly. Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon has said the quick race. Former British Columbia Premier Christy Clark has also bowed out. Here are some of the names that have entered. I've helped manage multiple crises, and I've helped save 2 economies. I know how business works, and I know how to make it work for you. Mr. Carney, 59, was born in Canada's Northwest Territories and grew up in Edmonton, Alberta. He has been serving in recent months as a special economics advisor to Trudeau, has long been considered a contender for the top job, though the Harvard graduate has never held public office. Trudeau himself admitted that he had long been trying to recruit Mr. Carney to his team. He would be an outstanding addition at a time when Canadians need good people to step up in politics. Mr. Carney brings with him expertise on environmental matters. He is a champion of some liberal policies. He pledged in his speech to stand up for Canada against Donald Trump. In an appearance on U.S. television's Daily Show, the Toronto Member of Parliament became one of the most well-known members. She is expected to launch her bid in the coming days.
While she had long been seen as a trusted senior official, her criticism of Trudeau in her public resignation, born to a Ukrainian mother in the Western province, she entered the House of Commons. She was later named Deputy Prime Minister. Quitting last month, she criticized Trudeau. A 2019 Globe and Mail profile said, her steadfast support of Ukraine earned praise. Karina Gould, a former trade and investment specialist.
She was first elected in 2015. The 37-year-old was Families Minister, MP Jaime Baptiste. Jaime Baptiste, a Mi'kmaq member, the Indigenous politician said, his vision for the country. Before there was a Premier Wab Kinew, before there was a Barack Obama, Baptiste conceded he faces a challenge. MP Chandra Arya. In a statement, Arya said, Arya, an engineer and former entrepreneur,